Today we're going car shopping, and of course I have all of these keys with me, so let's go find these cars. Now, since we are at the Mazda dealership, I thought we should take a look at the CX90. For my first time being in one of these cars, this is absolutely luxurious. Now, I have to say, for this interior, this is probably going to be the best car that we look at today. This right here is one special thing that I didn't know came with this car, but you flip that up and you have a backup camera. This brown leather is absolutely luxurious. I love this so much, and I can see myself driving this, but let's go take it for a spin. So not only do we have the cameras that give us the top-down view of the car, but you can see very clearly what is in front of us. Look, I don't even have to look out the window. This is the first car, and I'm definitely blown away. I'm excited to see what else we're getting into, but I don't know if anything else can top this Mazda. I love this thing. Look at that big old sunroof. This thing is so sick. I love this car. I did not know this, but after messing with the car for a second, if we go over here to MI Drive and we click down on that, we get an off-road mode, we get the normal mode, and then of course the sport mode. After driving this thing for a second, there is so much space up here up front, but I'm so obsessed with this brown leather. Oh my goodness, it's absolutely beautiful. If we head to the back, we got freaking window covers for the kiddos. We got plenty of room for the adults. We got cup holders, storage, even more storage. And we can control our own temperature with the booty heaters and the booty coolers. I might just have to ride in the back of this thing. Heading to the back, we have the auto liftgate, which is so convenient. I gotta say, I do miss mine. And you can push down that third row so easily and have all of this storage. This thing might be a contender, but let's go look at our next car. I didn't expect that CX90 to be as luxurious. Speaking of luxury, we're gonna head over to this Range Rover and see what it looks like on the inside. How we, oh, okay. I am going to say I'm a bit underwhelmed. This Range Rover is really nice, and I do love the interior, but I heard these things break down quite a bit, and I don't know if I want to deal with that. Now, this Range Rover would make a great family car and would be great for adventures, but I just don't know if I want to keep up on the maintenance of this thing. But nonetheless, we need to take it for a little bit of a drive. For being a used car, it does have a bit more miles than our last car we were in. This car right here has a little under 50,000 miles, where our CX90 right there had just about 49. So that would be nice to get a new car. But of course, we're gonna put this bad boy into sport mode and see how fast she goes. Not too shabby, not too shabby. Like I said, this is gonna be more of like a family adventure car, so we're not looking too much for speed. This thing does drive pretty smooth. It is pretty high tech. I mean, look at this. This is your climate, your freaking seats, the vehicle. Oh my gosh, I don't know what I'm doing. What does that do? Ooh. So this one has the booty heaters, but it does not have the booty coolers, which this boy needs some booty coolers. Now, the Range Rover is a little bit more cramped than the CX90 that we were in, but if we head to the back, we have our magic handles that pop out. We do have a decent amount of space back here in the back, and of course the sunroof, but I don't think we get a third row. But we do get the power liftgate and a little bit more storage in the back, and it has this fancy little cover. Now, I do love the look of this thing, and I don't know if this is going to be the one that I'm taking home, because again, it's really nice. It is really nice. Look at this interior. The exterior is beautiful, but I don't want to constantly be fixing it, and it's super expensive. So with that being said, we're going to drive up to the front and we're going to see our third car. This next car is not that family friendly, but we at least had to take a look at it, guys. I don't think we're going to get this one, but we got to take a look at the inside. This is our little Bumblebee. Gonna unlock that. Yeah. This one looks a little bit too old for us. Now, this is a bit more of a possibility. We have a Toyota Tacoma. I believe this one is a 2019. From the CX90 and the Land Rover, this car is not as luxurious, but we could make it into a little bit of an off-road build. We can put a rooftop tent on it. We can do a little bit of lift, get some big tires. Now, what do you think? Should I go with something that is a little bit more luxurious? I have more room for some kiddos in the back or friends in the back, or should I go with something a little bit more simple like a Toyota Tacoma and make it into a little off-road car? Let's go take her for a spin, because obviously this interior is is not as nice as those last two cars. It is a lot better than the Camaro, I do have to say, but I think we could make this into a pretty sick overland build. Now up front, we do have plenty of space, but if we head to the back, we don't have as much room for friends. We do already have a cover on there, so we wouldn't have to buy one, and we have a lot more storage than any other option, obviously, because it's a truck. I don't know if I want something like a truck because it doesn't have as much interior room for a family, for another one of our daily drivers, but there's so many more possibilities here. We could lift it, we could put a rooftop tent on it, we can go camping, we can make this into an overland build, which would be absolutely insane. I do believe that this is the only truck they have here at the time, so we don't have any other trucks we can look at, but this is definitely a contender. I do like it. But compared to the Land Rover, this thing is a lot more reliable and costs a lot less to get fixed. If I go with the CX90, obviously I'm at a Mazda dealership, so I have so many more options and so many more upgrades I can go with, but we do have a Q5 right there. We did drive Ty's SQ5, which I absolutely loved, and when we had Eugene in there, he absolutely loved it as well. Should I get an SQ5?
Yes. Take this.
Eugene loves this thing, dude. Look at him, he's killing it. I think we should go check it out. We have two more cars right here in my hand that we're gonna check out. Now, I was quite sold on the Mazda CX90, so I'm gonna be checking out a Mazda CX5. I gotta say, this green is absolutely crazy. I know my wife would go absolutely nuts for this. The interior of this car, I absolutely love. It's not as nice as the CX90, but we still have our booty coolers, we have our booty heaters, and we have the leather seats, which are absolutely beautiful. And as you can see, our sunroof is a lot smaller. I think one of the biggest selling points for me on this CX5 is the outside color. This green is absolutely beautiful, and this would make for a great family car. We have a bunch of room up front and a bunch of room in the back, but we don't have the third row, but that means we have more storage. She's got a little pickup to her. I love this car. We're gonna put her in park, take off the seatbelt, go outside, see what we got in the back. We do have plenty of room in the back. We don't get to control our own air back here, but I believe this one has the automatic liftgate, which is so nice. The next car we have, I gotta say, is pretty nice. We have teased it a little bit in one of our videos before. One of my coworkers drives it, so let's go see what we got. I have the final key to the last car that we'll be test driving, and like I said, we have teased having one of these. We got a Q5. My friend Ty, he does have the SQ5, which I do love, but we'd be saving a little bit of money getting just the base Q5. But look at this interior. Oh my gosh, guys. I too gotta say, I love my Audis. So it's not the SQ5 like Ty's, but we have been talking a little bit today about making one of these into an overland build, and I think this would be the perfect in-between, again, because this is an SUV. We have plenty of room in the back. We have this huge sunroof, and we can make this into an overland vehicle. I haven't seen that many. I've started Googling it, and I gotta say, I'll show you a picture right here. The SQ5s look so cool as overland vehicles, so I think this could be a big possibility. So let's go take her for a spin. Although she may not be an SQ5, we do have a sport mode, which, whoa, picks up a lot faster than our last one. I do have to show you one of the biggest downers of this car. I don't know if it's bad enough to make it not one of our top contenders. This car is black. I promised myself I would never buy another black car, and what did I do? I ended up buying two. We bought the S2000, which is black. We bought the Tesla Model 3, which is black. If we bought this, this would be our third black car, so there might be a theme here. This could be the next one, but up front, as per usual, we have so much room, and we head to the back. We have a ton of room. We can control our own temperature, and we get the huge sunroof. So I think that this could be a good in-between of family car and possibly overland. I think the Q5 might be the way to go. So our test driving time has come to an end, so I'm gonna head on inside and we're gonna work up some numbers. We're gonna see what will be the best for us. I love the SQ5. It is a sick car. I loved driving the CX90. The inside was absolutely beautiful, and I loved the color of that CX5. So we're gonna pop this baby into park and we're gonna turn her off, go out, we're gonna go inside, we're gonna work up some numbers and see what we come out with. We did the paperwork, I got the key right here, And this is what we got.